My name is Vajrashura and this is my talk for today. So last weekend I was on an order convention with lots of other order members, obviously online because we're not meeting yet in person in large numbers. And there were several hundred people on these meetings on a big Zoom call, which was really lovely. And the theme of the weekend was the 5 spiritual faculties. And in particular on the last day we focused on what's known as Virya. You could translate that as energy for the good, or ardor, or energy for really making a go of the spiritual life. And it's said that Virya comes out of our deep rooted, our deep seated desire to close the gap between ourselves and enlightenment. And there was a couple of things on that day that really struck me and really stayed with me from different talks, and I wanted to share 2 of them here. So the first one is that Virya, this active dimension of practice, is probably neglected in the West. We tend to emphasize in Western Buddhism the more receptive element of Buddhist practice, but Virya is an active engagement with spiritual life. And one way it was put is that it's an active undoing of views. So an active undoing of views and stories that we have about ourselves, about the world, and about the spiritual life. So I really like that as an idea of what the spiritual life is like. This energy is an active undoing of our views. So can we actively undo our views? We don't just wait for them to dissolve themselves, yeah? And the other thing that another speaker said was, he had this lovely quote, and I wasn't able to track down where it was from, but he was talking about how we're much too soft, actually. We're much too soft in the West when it comes to Dharma practice. Again, it's that overemphasis or exclusive emphasis on the receptive element. And the receptive element is very important. But he was making the point that, we just need to be guarded against just only operating in this mode, that we just make lots of noise about the spiritual practice but never actually do anything. And the saying that he quoted, which I loved, was that the finite is the price of the infinite. The finite is the price of the infinite. So if we're going to really throw ourselves into the spiritual life, if we're going to really want to make effort, make progress, have energy for the spiritual life, we do need to realize that we will have to give up the world, in effect, the finite, for something more than the world, the infinite, for enlightenment. And at the same time realizing that there's nothing that is given up. So anyways, hopefully some views there for you to mull over, hopefully actively helping you to give up your wrong views, and remember that the finite is the price of the infinite.